Sir William Regal. How old was I when we first met? 25, 26, something like that? Back then I was young and full of piss and vinegar. I didn't have crippling arthritis yet. I could move around pretty good. I really thought I knew it all. I really thought I had it all figured out, and I loved to talk trash, as you remember. I kept running my mouth over and over. I wanted to be just like you, feared and respected. I wanted to be a real top guy in professional wrestling. So to prove myself to you, to get my respect, I tried to pick a fight with you. And that did not go well. That did not go well at all. You tortured me. You physically tortured me, brutalized me, kicked the hell out of me. And it pissed me off because I found out exactly where I was on the food chain. And it drove me to work harder and train harder and to grow and evolve and one day come back and get my revenge. And when I got another shot at you, I made it count. If you remember, I knocked you out with a knee to the face and ripped your ear off the side of your head. You do remember that. And you told me then, as you finally took me under your wing, you said, and now the real work begins. Now, who does that young, impetuous kid remind you of, Sir William? MJF. It reminds us of young Maxwell Jacob Friedman, whom I will face at Full Gear for the AEW World Championship. Now, I first wrestled MJF well over a year ago, probably the summer of 2020. He challenged me for the AEW World Championship, and he thought he had it all figured out back then. He thought this was his time. So I beat the hell out of him. I bloodied him up, and I sent him packing. I let him know exactly where he stood in the pecking order. But now, all these months later, he's come back around again for another shot. So the question is, what's gonna be different this time? I mean, who is MJF? It's hard to figure out. He seems to be having some kind of existential identity crisis right now. Who exactly is MJF? We know the MJF that he shows to the world. He dresses very nice. He wears a fake diamond ring. He wears clothes his mom bought for him at JCPenney. He wants to put on the air of somebody rich and successful. He talks the talk of a big-time world champion pro wrestler, the kind he wants to be. But dude, I actually am a multi-millionaire, multi-time world champion, so you can't fool me. I ain't buying it. He calls himself a pillar, even though he has no idea what it feels like to have any weight on his back. What's more amusing is MJF calls himself the devil. The devil. He really does. MJF calls himself the devil. Dude, I have seen the devil. I have met the devil. I have looked into his eyes. I have met some very bad people, been some very bad places, seen some bad people do some very bad things. And dude, you are not that. You are not that at all. Now I want you, as William Regal wants you, to fulfill your potential one day and put this company on your back. We are, after all, teachers. You can do your song and dance in the lead up to Full Gear. You can talk your trash, do your dog and pony show. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm worried about what you got in your guts, because I'm gonna bring it out of you. When you step into the ring in your hometown in Newark, New Jersey at Full Gear, just remember one thing. Everything you've done up to this point has been easy.
Jon Moxley ready for the fight ahead of him at Full Gear Saturday, November 19th on pay-per-view.